Welcome to the channel, everyone. I'm so glad you're here. Before we dive into today's story, I'd love to know, where are you watching from? Drop a comment below and share your location with us. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you won't miss out on tomorrow's special story. We've got some incredible moments ahead, and I can't wait to share them with you. So sit back, relax, and let's get into today's adventure together. What made Thunder the Royal Guard horse lose control? Find out. In the heart of London, where history meets modernity, stands an elite Royal Guard horse named Thunder, trained to perfection. Thunder is no ordinary horse. He is a symbol of discipline, strength, and unwavering loyalty, carefully chosen to serve as part of the British Royal Guard. Every day, he stands still at Buckingham Palace, his gleaming black coat catching the sunlight, his proud and steady stance a testament to years of training. His rider, Sergeant David Montgomery, sits tall on his back, his uniform immaculate and his expression unreadable behind his sunglasses. Together, they form a perfect duo, a well-oiled machine that represents the very essence of the Royal Guard. Thunder has been trained since the age of 3, and throughout the years, he has mastered the art of remaining calm under pressure. He has stood firm through countless ceremonies, never flinching at the flashing cameras or the chatter of curious onlookers. Whether it's the deafening noise of the crowd or the loud bangs of fireworks, Thunder remains unshaken, a true professional. But today, something feels different. As the morning sun casts a golden glow over the cobblestone streets of London, a group of tourists gathers outside Buckingham Palace to witness the iconic changing of the guard ceremony. The air is filled with excitement and anticipation. Among the crowd, Thunder stands, proud and composed as ever. But there's a palpable tension in the air. A group of tourists, emboldened by a few too many drinks at a nearby pub, begins to push the boundaries. They start laughing and jeering, trying to get Thunder's attention. One man, Jake Turner, steps forward, holding a bright red scarf in his hand. "I bet I can make him move," he says, a smirk on his face, challenging Thunder's calm. Sergeant David Montgomery's jaw tightens as he warns the group to step back, his voice firm but calm. "Sir, I advise you to step away," he says. But Jake, undeterred, waves the scarf in Thunder's face, taunting him like a matador. For a moment, Thunder remains still, his dark eyes fixed on the horizon. But then something shifts. His ears twitch, his nostrils flare. The crowd gasps. Thunder lets out a low, rumbling snort, a sound that echoes through the square and sends a ripple of unease through the onlookers. This isn't just a story about a horse. It's a story of respect, resilience, and the unexpected bonds that can form in the most unlikely moments. What happens next will leave you breathless as Thunder's instincts take over and the consequences of that one moment of taunting spiral into chaos. The scene quickly shifts from excitement to tension. Jake Turner, clearly emboldened by the alcohol coursing through his veins, doesn't listen to the warnings. He waves the bright red scarf in Thunder's face once more, this time even closer. For a brief moment, Thunder remains still, his massive frame steady as if he's calculating his next move. The crowd, mostly tourists, laughs, some pulling out their phones to capture the moment. They egg Jake on, encouraging him to push Thunder further. But Sergeant David Montgomery, ever vigilant, feels the air grow heavier with unease. He knows Thunder well, knows his limits, but he also understands the unpredictable nature of even the most disciplined horse. "Sir, step back now," Montgomery warns, his voice low but sharp, a sense of urgency creeping into his words. His eyes lock on Thunder, watching closely for any signs of distress. But Jake, full of confidence and bravado, doesn't heed the warning. Instead, he taunts the horse even more, shaking the scarf violently in front of Thunder's face. The crowd grows louder, cheering, laughing, completely unaware of the potential danger. And then, without warning, it happens. Thunder's calm facade begins to crack. His muscles tense, his eyes narrow, and his nostrils flare as the red scarf dances in front of him. A deep, rumbling snort escapes from Thunder's chest, and for a split second, the square falls silent. The tourists freeze, their eyes wide, realizing that they've pushed too far. Sergeant Montgomery, his instincts kicking in, tightens his grip on the reins, his voice steady but filled with urgency. "Stand down, Thunder," he commands. But it's too late. With a sudden, explosive movement, Thunder rears up, his powerful front hooves slicing through the air like blades. The crowd screams, scattering in all directions, some tripping over one another in panic. Jake Turner, caught off guard by the sheer force of Thunder's reaction, stumbles backward, dropping the red scarf and crashing to the ground. For a moment, time seems to stop. Thunder stands tall, his hooves still in the air, his breath coming in short, heavy bursts. Montgomery's heart pounds in his chest as he fights to regain control, but there's something different about this moment. It's not just a reaction to a scarf. There's something deeper, something primal within Thunder that's been triggered. As the chaos unfolds around him, Montgomery remains focused, knowing that getting Thunder back under control is crucial. But what was it about the scarf that set Thunder off? What does this mean for the future? Thunder's reaction isn't just about a tourist's dare. It's about something much bigger. Something that Montgomery, and perhaps even Thunder, are about to discover. As the crowd slowly begins to disperse and the square returns to a tense quiet, Sergeant David Montgomery feels the weight of the situation pressing down on him. Jake Turner, still in shock from the chaos, is helped to his feet, pale and trembling. Montgomery watches as Thunder, now calm but still on edge, stands in the center of the square, his dark eyes scanning the crowd, his ears twitching. The once calm, disciplined horse is now deeply unsettled. What was it about that red scarf? What had caused Thunder, who had endured hundreds of ceremonies, to react like this? Sergeant Montgomery knows this isn't just about a tourist's foolish dare. It's something more. Something's changed in Thunder. His instincts, honed through years of service, had been triggered in a way Montgomery had never seen before. The snort, the tense muscles, the wild reaction, none of it makes sense. Thunder had always been the picture of discipline. But this was different. Something is wrong, and Montgomery can't shake the feeling that the danger isn't over yet. "Easy, boy," Montgomery mutters under his breath, reaching out to stroke Thunder's neck, trying to soothe the horse's nervous energy. But even as he does, he senses that Thunder's mind is far from calm. The horse's hooves stamp nervously against the cobblestones, his body restless despite his outward calm. Montgomery's mind races. What had Thunder sensed? The horse's reaction wasn't just about the scarf. There was something deeper at play here. Before Montgomery can process further, a sharp voice breaks through the silence. It's Major William Harrison, striding towards him, his expression unreadable. "Sergeant Montgomery, report to headquarters immediately," he commands, his voice sharp and stern. Montgomery gives a sharp nod, his heart still pounding in his chest as he leads Thunder away from the square. His mind filled with unanswered questions. They make their way back to the barracks in a tense silence, the sound of Thunder's hooves echoing through the streets. Montgomery can't stop thinking about what happened. Something about today feels wrong. The scarf, the sudden aggression from Thunder, it all feels connected, but to what? And why now? As they arrive at the office, Major Harrison shuts the door behind them, his expression darkening. "What the hell happened out there?" he demands. Montgomery takes a deep breath and explains, his voice steady, though his mind is still racing. "It was the scarf, sir. Something about it triggered him." Harrison's eyes narrow. Thunder has never acted like that before. This is bigger than a simple tourist mishap. We need to figure out what's going on. I have a feeling this is only the beginning. Montgomery doesn't know it yet, but the answer to this mystery is far more dangerous than he could ever imagine. And as he looks at Thunder, the horse's eyes locked onto his, he knows one thing for certain. They're about to uncover something that could change everything. Later that evening, Sergeant David Montgomery can't shake the unsettling feeling gnawing at him. The events from earlier in the day keep replaying in his mind. The way Thunder had reacted so violently, the strange instinct the horse had shown. It wasn't just a random outburst. Montgomery had known Thunder for years, and never before had he seen the horse lose control like that. There had to be something more to this. The red scarf, the sudden aggression. It was as if Thunder had sensed something beyond the ordinary. But what? And why now? As he stands in the dimly lit stables, his eyes fixed on Thunder, Montgomery's thoughts are interrupted by a soft sound. It's a faint rustling from the shadows. And for a moment, Montgomery's heart skips a beat. He knows the horse too well to dismiss the unease in Thunder's movements. The horse's muscles are tense, his eyes darting nervously around the stall, ears flicking at every sound. Something isn't right. Montgomery steps closer, running a hand along Thunder's neck, trying to calm him. "What is it, boy?" he murmurs, his voice low, filled with both curiosity and concern. Thunder snorts, a soft, almost desperate sound, and his hooves stamp restlessly against the ground. Montgomery feels a chill run down his spine. There's no denying it now. Something is off. Thunder isn't just agitated. He's trying to tell Montgomery something. But what? Just then, a figure steps into the stable doorway, and Montgomery's heart skips again. It's Dr. Rachel Carter, the woman who had appeared out of nowhere earlier in the day. She steps forward cautiously, her face pale but determined. "I know about Thunder," she says, her voice trembling but resolute. Montgomery's hand tightens on the reins, his instincts immediately on high alert. "What do you mean you know about Thunder?" he demands, his tone sharp. "Doctor." Carter hesitates for a moment before reaching into her bag and pulling out an old photograph. She hands it to Montgomery, and his breath catches in his throat. The photo shows Stormbringer, Thunder's sire, strong, imposing, and unmistakably powerful. But it's not just the horse that catches Montgomery's attention. Standing beside Stormbringer is a man he recognizes all too well, his father, Colonel Jonathan Montgomery. Montgomery's mind spins as he looks at the photo, the pieces of the puzzle slowly starting to fall into place. "What's this about?" he asks, his voice tight with suspicion. Dr. Carter takes a deep breath. "Your father worked with Stormbringer. He was part of a classified program, military horses with special abilities. Your father believed that horses like Thunder and Stormbringer could sense danger before it happens." Montgomery's blood runs cold. This is no longer just a strange incident with a horse. It's something much bigger, something that involves his father, his legacy, and Thunder's mysterious behavior. He looks down at Thunder, whose eyes are fixed on him with an almost knowing expression. Could Thunder have inherited his sire's abilities? If so, what was Thunder sensing, and why had it surfaced today? Before Montgomery can process further, Dr. Carter's next words send a shock through his entire body. The red scarf. It wasn't just a random object. It was a trigger. Someone is trying to send a message, and Thunder is the key to understanding it. Montgomery feels his pulse race. The pieces are coming together, but they don't make any sense. Who would target Thunder? What's their endgame? One thing is certain, this is only the beginning. And Montgomery and Thunder are about to be pulled into something far more dangerous than either of them could have imagined. As the night deepens, the tension in the air grows thick. Sergeant David Montgomery can't shake the unease gnawing at him, his mind racing with the new revelations. Dr. Rachel Carter's words echo in his head. The red scarf wasn't just a random object. It was a trigger. Thunder, the horse he's trusted for so long, wasn't simply reacting to a tourist's dare. No, there was something much deeper at play. Something connected to his father, Colonel Jonathan Montgomery, and the secret program he had been involved in, a program designed to train military horses with heightened senses. But what was Thunder sensing? And why now? Montgomery is jolted from his thoughts by the sudden sound of hooves, heavy and urgent, echoing through the night. He looks at Thunder, who stands still in his stall, his dark eyes wide, alert to something Montgomery can't yet see. The air is charged with the same sense of impending danger that Montgomery felt earlier when Thunder reared up in the square. The unease grows, twisting tighter in Montgomery's chest. Something is wrong. Something is coming. Just then, a loud crash sounds from the far end of the stables. Montgomery's heart skips a beat, and before he can even process the noise, Thunder snorts loudly, his body tense with alarm. "Stay here, boy," Montgomery says softly, his voice strained as he grabs a flashlight and dashes toward the sound. The stables are eerily quiet as Montgomery moves swiftly, the flashlight beam slicing through the dark. He rounds the corner and stops dead in his tracks. In the distance, a shadowy figure slips behind the equipment shed. Montgomery's instincts scream at him to act. "Stop! Royal Guard!" he calls out, his voice sharp, but the figure doesn't stop. Instead, it vanishes into the maze of alleys behind the barracks. Montgomery hesitates. He could chase the intruder, but his first priority is Thunder. He turns back, racing toward the stables, his mind spinning. Whatever was out there, it was connected to Thunder's strange behavior. He reaches Thunder's stall, where the horse is still pacing, his body coiled like a spring ready to snap. Montgomery approaches slowly, his voice low. Easy, boy, it's just me. But Thunder's eyes are wild now, his breathing shallow, every muscle in his body tensed. Montgomery knows something's wrong. Thunder isn't just scared, he's trying to tell him something. What did the intruder see? What did Thunder sense? Before Montgomery can act, a voice calls out from behind him. It's Private Daniels, a young guard on night duty. Everything all right, sir? Montgomery nods, but his mind is elsewhere. Keep an eye out, Daniels. Report anything suspicious. As Daniels walks off, Montgomery feels it again, a chill running down his spine. Something is coming, and Thunder, with his strange inherited abilities, is at the center of it. Montgomery glances at Thunder one last time before stepping into the dark, ready to uncover the truth and face whatever danger lies ahead. Because whatever it is, he knows this. Thunder is the key, and Montgomery is going to protect him at all costs. Hey everyone, I'd love to hear your thoughts on today's story. What did you think of Thunder's reaction and the mysterious connection to Sergeant Montgomery's father? Do you think Thunder's abilities are truly inherited from his sire? Or is there something deeper at play here? And what about the red scarf? Was it just a random object, or does it hold a deeper meaning? I'm really curious to hear your opinions, theories, and any questions you might have. Also, what you think will happen next. Do you believe Sergeant Montgomery and Thunder are walking into a trap? Or will they uncover something even bigger? I'm sure you've got some amazing ideas, and I want to know what you think will happen in the next part of this thrilling journey. Don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments below. I'll be reading through all of them. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you won't miss the next part of this story. Your support helps us bring more exciting content your way, and I can't wait to continue this adventure with you. So, drop a comment, join the conversation, and let's keep the excitement going.